not gentle. The political hot goose. You sit up and me, you the fry. I for don't buy you the nyaka nyaka. This not the Hot Goose Network television.
Hello, Mr. Kaikai.
Yes. Good evening from Sierra Leone. Good evening from Sierra Leone.
Good afternoon from the United States, Mr. Kaikai, and good evening, Sierra Leoneans.
All right. Of course, Sierra Leoneans across the board miss your voice a little bit, miss the program a little bit, and but just tell them, say, we apologize for the breakout, but today I'm live, and for this edition, this Saturday, I know the Sierra Leoneans them gets to be assured of too many goodies where you get that the package for them, and of course the goodies where the president the spread across the nation, and the goodies where the president the spread across on global lines, and so many other good things, because this program they talk about the good works of the president, and it meets Sierra Leoneans them from the Hot Goose Network when I paid and sponsored program all the way from North America to Sierra Leone. So one more time, I welcome you to this Saturday edition.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kaikai. Thank you, Universal Radio. And thank you, Sierra Leoneans, for where we now they give me this opportunity for let us share with you now the good job them way President Talk and Bio they do in other country, and how President Bio they take the nation and who say you want good time. This opportunity now una get the praise, because if una no been there as Sierra Leoneans them for listen, I not think say agreeable for share with another good job there. And also Universal Radio, I tell una plenty thank you, because una they give the airwave, una they give the link between Gentle, Patrick Mada Kuruma, and the people of Sierra Leone for continue for talk about the re-elections and the reason why we for put President Bill back for make sure say Salon continue for then at the trajectory of development where every other country, not the developed country, they enjoy.
All right. Well, family, you listen to the voice of Gentle, based in the USA. I take this assignment, say, if you always come on Saturdays on this radio. And of course, it gets other stations them. It gets the television programs them. It gets a YouTube channel. It gets a WhatsApp page. We're very active. And of course, they do very well throughout this period. And of course, 4 years down the lane, the president don't do very, very much for the people of Sierra Leone. The president and his team don't give a lot of goodies to Sierra Leoneans. Well, we just want...
Another area, sir. Hello?
Hello, Gentle.
Yes, Mr. Kaikai.
Yes, we get a hitch along the line. Sorry for that, but I think we don't come back.
Okay.
And we go straight to the point, because the SLPP been gets the final delegate conference we been take place in the Bintimani International Conference, the Freetown. Inside the conference, we see callers, we see Sierra Leoneans across the country, Sierra Leoneans from the diaspora. You know, every Sierra Leonean would represent the SLPP. They come for grace that occasion, where inside that occasion, the president will do one re-election. The president will do reappointment of somebody who will be very special, where I want to make the people of Sierra Leone know about the delegate conference and the re-election on that very night now the Bintimani complex.
Well, Sierra Leoneans them and then Mr. Kaikai, that conference day, just like how I can always talk and I be done discuss on severally, that conference day now a symbol of unity. That conference day they serve as a symbol of respect to Sierra Leoneans them. That conference day they serve as the next developmental phase program where Sierra Leoneans then get for see, because the SLPP now so the tradition, customs, and programs of the SLPP call for. for let them always come together and make sure say them chart the way forward in terms of national development and waiting at the programs for provide for the people them and how them we will make sure say the mandate where they don't give President Bill, it don't they reach to an end for let them go give reports to the people of Sierra Leone and let them put the report together. So that's the essence of that conference, and then the unity with that conference they create, we see say everybody all over the world, from every walks of life, from every region, every tribe, every district, they come together. And that conference, they assure Sierra Leoneans, they say, these elections, June 24, we not get for them by violence. We not they do them by fet. We they do them by making sure that we present to the people them waiting we don't do, waiting President Biodo accomplish, and waiting again for do nine they show ya now because we not see no fate, not dance and pleasure nine they show. But however, inside that conference, the climax of that conference, President Bio show in leadership style in that climax. Now there President Bio show the type of person, the grateful person where he be. Now there President Bio show inconsistency in developmental programs or anything where they do. Now there President Bio show say where he give promise, and they fulfill that promise. When I remember in 2018, when President Bio appoints Dr. Mohamed Jude Jallo as a running mate, plenty people living the talk say why President Bio for go appoint a Timini Fulani where for can become a running mate. But President Bio no watch the tribe or the side where Jude they come out. President Bio no watch Wuda na Jude. President Bio watch waiting Jude possess. President Bio watch the people them where they be in Jude. President Bio watch the importance of the side where Jude come out when I put local, particularly in Kono. President Bio watch the national inclusiveness where the appointment of Jude Jallo go create for Sierra Leoneans there. Because President Bio they lead by example. Now that they make President Bio able win the elections, landslide na APC the hand, considering the fact how APC they don't engulf power corruptly. Now in that conference, people they don't get different notion about President Bio because a man will not they talk plenty. Na man we full of action. Na man we determined say what he want to do they do am. So when the conference they don't, nobody no be ever know say President Bio get for appoint in running mate. And President Bio at the test reunions then, just like how Strasser been say, when APC be want use Strasser for point President Bio image. Strasser tell and say President Bio na man we hard for understand. And I don't think say Sierra Leone they don't really grasp that concept which stands on top that word. President Bio is surprised everybody because me I not be surprised. I'm not saying you said not be surprised, and many Sierra Leoneans they not be surprised, but especially the opposition is surprised them because the way how they be want let President Bio do like how Anes Kuruma been do Samuel Sam Sumana, not to the way President Bio is supposed for do Jude Jallo. Because APC we don't get a law where they don't put when a judiciary president for sack vice president. So you the sack vice president now na salon without no problem. Then things say na the same behavior where APC been do against Samuel Sam Sumana, the same ungratefulness where they call Samuel Sam Sumana, they think say na so President Bio dey. But no, President Bio na person we very grateful. Jude Jallo and in Podloko people them, Jude Jallo and in Kono people them, in Fula people them, they don't help President Bio and the new direction government and the SLP party and the Sierra Leoneans them very, very much. Because President Bio thinks say Jude Jallo now one of him loyal and most respectable servants them where they with her. Jude Jallo no ever disrespect President Bio. As President Bio they talk, Jude Jallo no ever tell him word where he no ever argue. He has always been humble. So that day everybody jump into a joyous mood because APC then they don't flood around. The expectation are for let President Bio appoint Jude, let President Bio join the line of Anes Kuruma. Jude Jallo said no be no say that day the President Bio appoint him back as a running mate.
All right.
When President Bio team up at that podium, now forget in closing speech for the conference, surprisingly to every Sierra Leonean and to joyously to some of we, we're not to be a shock to we. President Bio announced Dr. Mohamed Jude Jallo as a running mate in this 2023 June 24 election. This also say,
Okay.
yes, Mr. Kaikai is Sierra Leonean. That appointment does show say, put lot of people there. President Bio ready for work with them. Waiting the put lot of people they want, President Bio don't give them. Then picking when are the vice president, when are Jude there, it don't give them two times. It not disgrace Aleka and Eskruma disgrace the Kono people there. And now, Jude Jallo also a Kono also. So the Kono people they also, President Bio assure they say, it not go disgrace them, like APC disgrace them. Now, when I see the development where it go with, even when Jude day, it not like the president government. Hospital then they build a put local big one, then they make roads and I put local. When I see the airport where APC be pull Nalunge Trade, they want disgrace them. President Bio don't do them. A lot of goodies there. And also you go Kono, you see the Kono University, they don't almost done them. Imagine, President Bio don't be put on a manifesto, but he decides and say no. The leader, Sierra Leone as a leader, Kono people they need that. Students they don't need for the Kono, they can't free time, for can't catch, they don't get outside for Lidon for land book. They need for get the outside. Electricity day, 24 hours. So now the advantage they are Jude they don't bring. So President Bio don't do his own. It don't satisfy the local people. It don't give them the picking back. It don't play the game. Now it left to the local people. It left to the fuller people. It left to the Kono people for let them show the world for saying waiting President Bio don't trust them on. Then will continue for support this government and support the Yopikin Jude for move the country go before under the new direction government.
All right. Okay, family, you're listening to Universal Radio. Time check from the studio right now. That's 19 minutes down 7. We're live on board the Universal Radio. We're listening to the voice of Gentle, based in the USA. They talk about the good works of the president. He always they in a team with Abigail, but we not get Abigail in voice today. But Gentle always, as always, can take the front role. And for this Saturday edition, we just begin for talk about the re-election, the reappointment of Dr. Mohamed Jude Jallo for being the running mate for the president for the second time. He don't get the ticket for let them run this 2023 multi-tier election June. And of course, to the local people, to the Kono people, and of course, to the Fulani tribes as well. Of course, this is the one big opportunity where the president don't bring on a doorstep. Well, Gentle, to continue the program, I want for let me just talk about this. The European Parliament, the outcome of the European Parliament meeting with President Bio in Brussels, and how then they add more feathers to Sierra Leoneans, them at home and abroad, and the meetings, how important was that meeting, the European meeting, of course, regardless of all other, challenges, but again, Sierra Leoneans go out and support the president. Imagine the energy where some Sierra Leoneans, some certain set of Sierra Leoneans, can use if they can able to divert that energy into a positive energy for always the battle the president who side they go. I believe Sierra Leoneans will get more attention than being on the other side always. But anyway, I just want to make it around the meeting inside Brussels with the president and the entourage.
Mr. Kaikai, the meeting where the president go to Brussels. The meeting, the center around world development. The meeting, the center around leaders them. Now the whole world, where then they get at one side for present the scorecard to the entire world so that the whole world, where they don't gather, leadership in the whole world, where they don't gather, then we're able to vet and assess each country as to how the president in flagship program we bring, where he want implement to the people them, how they dispense them, and how they implement another country. If the people they satisfy, mind you, them people then they before they get the information, then they are part of the international community. All embassies then, where they in Sierra Leone, then they part of that summit. All international community members then, they're all the part of that summit, and they all in a salute. So they all then they get a report from them based on what thing that they observe and what thing that they see in Sierra Leone. Then they work with CSOs and with civil society organizations them, where neutral people them. Then they give them the report about how each country they behave to them people them, how they implement what they say that they do for them people them, and also then they work with journalism, then they work with other opposition political parties them, for let them gather information. At the end of the day, when they put the information together, now the summits that one day where they've been go for, so for let them assess how the countries then at the world they behave, how the leadership they work towards developing then the country then they, and making sure that they create an enabling environment for the citizens in that country for let them thrive positively. That's the reason why President Bio been go na Brussels, where he go get at it. Right. And now where President Bio go, even though we get, as usual, we get the opposition, the Mamikos bomber them, the Ayampi them, the Santibukia, then nation haters them, then nation looters them, they keep always there around for disturb. That one is not the mantra. The entire international community don't know them now for them behavior then they, because some of them then they go apply for asylum, meaning they don't run away, they don't get paper, they don't go talk say, then a political slave them. That government they do them bad, and that mean they run. So but they don't understand them because the time when you run away, now APC been in a power. Now this APC they go fetch for. They don't point the asylum case. Now they been there around, then they run around. But however, as usual, anytime when they come out, they see the biggest disgrace because then they stand against Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone prevailed. President Bio again sets a milestone. President Bio again sets the biggest record in the world. Where I not even hearing Umar Fofana talk about on BBC because shame on her. Because these are things that where the country they do, you got to bring them out. You know, Umar Fofana is sad, but it's okay. Now so in decide for doing your own political game. Maybe now so you decide for end in, now so you decide for end a career in shame and embarrassment. But however, President Bio go a flagship program with Kawit na human capital development. When they assess President Bio a flagship program, how it don't develop education as Sierra Leone, then consider the way our education be done rotten. President Bio don't give access to over 2 million people in another country. They for go get quality education free. They give them learning and teaching materials, free textbooks. They give them free exercise books. Even though some bad belly Sierra Leoneans like Nagbala Muya, they catch them the other day, then they thief and run away with the boku textbooks there for them picking them. So they catch them na Mashaka, plenty of them. But however, President Bio don't decide for giving them free and quality education. They buy balls for them picking them in West Fatima Bio. They buy sanitary pads for them picking them. Then they develop statutes for strengthening the existence of them picking them. For them, nobody know do them bad. President Bio, they do everything possible. They pay teachers them. Recently, they don't give 15% salary increment again for teachers. They for encourage them, for let them continue, for teach well and maintain themselves in the classroom. And also, from the Ministry of Education, they don't send out bid for let people they bid for build classrooms because they don't get over $50 million from World Bank for make sure say them build schools in another country, and they do the spade work right now for let them build their schools in there. So all the tia picking the way they go to it, then they rally for let them get school fee. Picking the way the mama be they give them koloata, then they go sell for let them get school fee for pay and go school. Then one day they all President Bio don't make sure say it don't limit that one day. President Bio don't make sure say nearly to 2 million school picking they don't get access to education and freely. Then they attend their schools and then they feel good now. The literacy level in that country it increase. Now that summit the summit watch and talks to the European Parliament say no. When they meet in Belgium, they assess President Bio Now a surprise to them. They want give a surprise, but not also a surprise to we as Sierra Leoneans. They give President Bio a minister of education when a doctor David Moinina Senge. They give the award as the best education minister. Now the entire world, the global, not only in Africa, the global education minister in the entire world. So meaning when they assess the fastest educational programs, development, the way they go on in the world, Sierra Leone number one in the whole world. Where you count America, you count, I'll tell you the reason why, Mr. Kaika and Sierra Leone has it. Now America, yeah, the way we get picking them, and even the opposition themselves, the member then they get picking them. President Bio, they feed school picking them a salon free. President Bio, they give free education a salon free. President Bio, they make bus service for picking them free. President Bio, they give textbooks them and exercise books to picking them at school them free. You know, ever ask Sierra Leoneans them, parents them, for let they can show their earning, the money where they get every month. Now, America, yeah, what did they do in the free and quality education? What did they do? You, the parent, and they always watch how much you earn, how much you make every month. That money they, now they check. If they don't say they make more money, believe you me, you the pay school fee. Where you picking in a school, in America, yeah. Anybody will get picking in America, yes, ask her. Then go send a gentleman through the talk. If you they earn more money beyond the minimum poverty rate, the minimum poverty level, you they pay money for like picking in at the boss where they go to a school. Yes, that's what they happen in this country. You they pay money where the picking they eat food. Then they have me party just tell me say, if they pay back, they ask them for pay money for in picking in feeding in a school. Because the money where they make a boku. So but President Bio said no, you know what to that one, everybody for putting picking at school free. So you see how President Bio in your level is higher, even than America. And then also, America, yeah, they get textbooks to school picking for let them go to a house. What in America they do? You they go take the textbook, you sign for them, you go read them, where you don't, you can't put them back. Where you lost them, you they pay for them. Because they get for buy them for let other picking read them. But President Bio, they give all the textbooks there for the core subject there. Mathematics, English language, social studies, and integrated science. They give them picking them free. Could you imagine? Every year, every student they give them free. For America, I know this. Mr. Kaikai and Sierra Leone, I mean a clear person will forget a testament of that. When we became in high school, that time I've been there in Indiana. Me begin learn biology textbooks, and they talk this talk every time. My daughter been learn biology textbooks, textbook one, textbook for read. My daughter misplaced that textbook day. The following year, where I moved Kana, Wisconsin state. Now they send a letter to me. They send budget for let we pay for that textbook day. I get for pay for that textbook day $250 because me picking loss. And if you not pay, then they send them to collection, wherein then they put organization the way that they run behind you for like they pull money in here where you get for pay. If you not pay, then they put that on your credit. Then they will stop you for letting not get motor car if you want to go loan, for letting not get host. If you not pay, then they force you for pay. It happened to me. Me picking lost the textbooks. I get for pay $250 for let them pay for it. But President Bio not did that with it. They do it free. So this time make the entire world admire President Bio. This effort what they make for empower education. Now that one they make President Bio win that one. Because people then go say, why America not for win the best education and minister now the whole world? No. England are the same thing that they do. President Bio your model is different. Now because of President Bio in good education and model, now that make United Nations take and try it. Where it come, they get the big five, where they call the educational champions. Then bring President Bio for them represent the entire Africa. Because your academic model is very powerful that with man they all at the world, they don't fall for them. So then bring the UN Secretary General say, let President Bio co-chair that program in September last year, 2022. That educational summit. so that President Bio can teach them that kind of standardized and most unique model of education where President Bio implement in that country for let them ever copy, replicate them to all other sides in the world. Now that make President Bio part of that group of 5 world leaders. They call the academic champions. Where President Bio they represent the entire African continent. Now this makes not a surprise to win. President Bio win this award. Salon win this award, then give the award to Dr. Senge as the best education minister in the whole world. We see some Pekin and Salon camp, how they perform in September. Now that United Nations. How they address the world. How they explain the education and models them. Then they tell the world leaders them for let they also try for imbibe the same model and replicate them at the individual countries them. So the world don't fall for President Bio. President Bio don't sell saloon. Now that they make that award day, we for celebrate her. Now the whole story. And in fact, before I end this one, that award don't open a big opportunity for Sierra Leonean students. It don't open a big opportunity for young people in Australia. What do I mean by that? If you want to apply for scholarship, you are okay. You can go apply now. The whole world don't know salon for good thing now. So today, as you apply to what you was, they take you now. So when I go on the internet, when I find universities them, you will get your was correct, you will get your first degree, you want to study your education, when I go on the universities them, America college them, Australia, Europe, President Bio they don't know saloon, say the education system, it don't go to a level. When I come on the internet, when I stop for course, mami course. When I stop for course, Mother Bio unnecessarily. When I take advantage of the opportunity where it don't establish for una, follow una land book. This will help. Now this Nigerian student they do. We make Nigerian doctors they bokunaya, Nigerian people they bokunaya. We make other nationals and Ghanaians they all over the place.
Hello?
That award open a big opportunity for
Still the manifesto.
now that make President Bio part of that group of 5 who was on.
Saturday edition and of
Me pikin lost the textbooks. I get
back. And when we come back,
what do I mean by that? If you want to apply for scholarship, you are okay. You can go apply now. The whole world don't know salon for good thing now. So today, as you apply to what you was, they take you now. So when I go on the internet, when I find universities them, you will get your was correct, you will get your first degree, you want to study your education, when I go on the universities them, America college them, Australia, Europe, President Bio they don't know saloon, say the education system, it don't go to a level. When I come on the internet, when I stop for course, mami course. When I stop for course, Mother Bio unnecessarily. When I take advantage of the opportunity where it don't establish for una, follow una land book. This will help. Now this Nigerian student they do. We make Nigerian doctors they bokunaya, Nigerian people they bokunaya. We make other nationals and Ghanaians they all over the place. Then they do better. President Bio don't open that opportunity for less Sierra Leoneans themselves better. Now so a good president they do. And most of Sierra Leoneans they I don't help now when they kaya. They don't kaya boku their scholarship then they. As you live so they send a salon they take up. They don't doubt we anymore. And we need for vote for President Bio for let this continue. Yeah.
all right. Okay, Fambulo, I listen to Fambulo this now the Saturday edition, and of course now the SLPP hour. This it meets you live from Universal Radio every Saturday from 7 to 8. You listen to Gentle and Abigail from the USA. This is now the Hot Goose Network, and our paid up program, sponsored program, and always this program they come out with the goodies of what the president they do for Sierra Leoneans. Them, you know, where we are over the week the World Minister Award where Dr. David Moyna sang it back. You know, that a big accolade for.
So Amada be Sam na who that this game ya dey for.
Amada Bio. Ouda Kuke Chef Dige President Bio. We dey vote back. Yeah, we dey vote back. Yeah, we dey vote back for development na salon. Amu you don't hear me. Yeah, we dey vote back. Yeah, we dey vote back. Yeah, we dey vote back for development na salon. Sholele, 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 sholele. Oh, after you, na you. Sholele, 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 oh, 2023 na you. Show them say you do am, 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 oh, after you na you. Saloma, wetin we say? Yo, we dey vote for you. Yo, we dey vote for you. Yo, we dey vote for you, oh. Obu Salongo before. Victor, wetin we say?
Me not gentle. The political hot goose. You sit up on me, you dey fry. I for dump on you, you dey nyaka nyaka.
Police fence, but you don't show them say now you get this game on. Yo, they be tell you say you not go ever travel, but you don't take we up to higher level.
Oh mommy, not make you face sour. Come listen to the SLPP Hour 2023. This program, they bring the power back to power. Tune in to Universal Radio at home and abroad through the internet and join the conversation with the media gurus, Gentle Patrick Madakroma, aka the Political Hot Goose, PRO-SLPP North America, and Abigail Chromatine, Young Generation SLPP North America region. Come listen and learn some lesson. Give me 1 hour per your time every Saturday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. na Salon, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, USA. From 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Central Time, USA. Come, make we talk about the good work of the president. Good quality education, sustainable light, leadership style, infrastructure for make Salon look lovely, sexy, and attractive. Pump up the volume of your radio and listen to the SLPP Hour with Gentle and Abigail from USA live on Universal Radio. This and every Saturday. Stay tuned from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. na Salon. From 2018 to 2023, it's back-to-back. Talk and do after you na you. New direction, no distraction. On your radio is the SLPP Hour, proudly sponsored by the Hot Goose Network, United States of America, every Saturday on Universal Radio.
Now business woman, then they jump and dance and clap.
Let it continue. Yeah. All right. Okay, Fambo, listen for Fambo this now the Saturday edition, and of course now the SLPP Hour. This it meets you live from Universal Radio every Saturday from 7 to 8. You listen to Gentle and Abigail from the USA. This is the Hot Goose Network and our paid-up program, sponsored program, and always this program they come out with the goodies of what the presidents they do for civilians. Them, you know, where we are over the week the World Minister Award where Dr. David Moyna sang it back. You know, done a big accolade for every civilian. You know, and the president in a flagship program. We come, the first thing that the manifesto have been the free quality education. And we all see the results we get out of the free quality education. You know, 2.5 million students across the country, they go school on a free ticket, you know. And of course, we get so many other benefits them where the president adds to this free quality education package. So civilians them, now we congratulate we minister because it don't make we all proud, we make we all proud. Well, they listen to Universal Radio. Let me go and come back. And when we come back, we get more other things that we discuss. Before again, we get apparently 126, 27 days to go or so. So we all see how a different set of organizations, them, political parties, them, individuals, them, they all try for show interest in the future of politics. Politicians them now, we see them, they'll come out now, because the politics now the time this, and we expect so many new happenings inside this multi-tier election 2023. So Fumble, you listen to Universal Radio, and this program that meets you by kind courtesy of the Hot Goose Network, proudly sponsored and a paid-up program. All waiting to discuss now, not necessarily they reflect the views of this radio station, but they come from the horse's mouth, now from Gentle and in team with this now the USA. So this Saturday and every other Saturday, let me come around and listen to what the presidency they do, the good work of the president, And this Saturday, I did live with Gentle because me and you get the face-to-face conversation. And we still continue. Well, Gentle, I know say you get me loud and clear. Well, before this time, Gentle, some people let me get a slogan. Always for talk about and orders from above. This one sometimes it sounds like it flouts the principles of the judiciary, because the judiciary now one of the third arms of government, with very effective and always to make sure say the judiciary they play a pivotal role in seeing how we can dispense justice to people, in and out of court. But before this time, a lot of things are going to happen contrary, Some, like for instance, somebody will say, this is the order from above, somebody will say something sarcastic. But this dispensation, I want to make you just tell me, genuinely, how you see the judiciary, the work in this dispensation within these 4 years. Just take me around, give me a comprehensive summary of how you see the judiciary, the work, how independent is the judiciary, and how did they really give out the results where the civil unions them they expect. Over to you, Gentle.
Thank you very much. And then before I continue with Dandy, I want to let civil unions and then no say Abigail go join me. At certain points, Abigail right now it gets some family engagement where it focus on. So it tell me say la tell una say it tell una how do and not forget una. It say it go join una go hearing voice at certain points when it don't for fix in family situation right now. So
okay, that's good.
Yes, going forward regarding the judiciary, when President Bill come. And say the judiciary now one party side them, another country where we don't rot him. Because every facet of that country, they don't politicize them. The past government, we don't politicize them. The reason why I always refer to the past government, not to say I talk about them because I just like for call APC government a name, Trade, but it's always good that we call them. Although APC they go vex because they not going to call and name them because they no say they not do nothing good. Because if they do something good now, they be for glad they say, well, let's compare now. Let's compare what we don't do. Let's compare when I can't say what we don't do. But they no say they not do nothing. So if we come for comparison, presenting with developmental programs that to Australians then will be embarrassed. Because they not do nothing absolutely where Australians then will point at. Or where they say they point at right now with tangible for say they exist. What's in the left now we hand as a nation? Now a compromised judiciary, now the left now we hand. The left now we hand a judiciary will be so corrupt. The left now we hand a judiciary where they don't intimidate with political powers. The left now we hand a judiciary where they don't politicize. The left now we hand a judiciary where they don't tribalize. The judiciary now one of the greatest arm of the three arms of government in that country. But what it can when President Bill come and say no. I get for give total separation of power. I not get for interfere into the business of the judiciary. The judiciary from a granny within our team. Judiciary means the court system. The court system.
Right.
The one where they in a court. Now they will call the judiciary. Yes, the one where they interpret the law.
Interpret the laws.
Yes, that law with parliament they make. Now the judiciary, then the interpreter, the court system. Starting from the National Administrative Court, when at the NA court, till we come to the Magistrate Court, we go to the High Court, we go commode, we come na the Court of Appeal, we come na the Supreme Court, when at the highest court na Salou. Although we get some half court there now, when at the Anti-Corruption Court, we President Bio open for let themselves get access, when at the rape case court, where they open for protect women them and picking them with APC, they been just rape them no more anyhow, to an extent that APC minister, when I've been the Deputy Minister of Education, Mahmoud Tarawali, he raped a student for scholarship. Then Kechan and Abadin, when assisted them bring her to New England police station. At the end of the day, APC be one kill the victim. Pass the lady run away. Then an Eskruma grab, they promote. Instead of them jail Mahmoud Tarawali, what did they do? They make a Deputy Minister of Lands. They encourage her. The judiciary we compromise the judiciary for letting know the length at which the judiciary be rotting na saloon. To a point that they sack Sam Sumana illegally. Nothing not come inside the judiciary. Then go disgrace with our ECOWAS court. Then disgrace with court system in that country. It was a shame. Because the government will be there, they not be serious about making sure the judiciary remain the way it is. But when President Bio come, what did President Bio do? Again, establish transparent and accountable system in that country. It give freedom to the judiciary. It make every Sierra Leonean they get access to the judiciary at any time. It makes sure say Sierra Leoneans they get justice in that judiciary there, in that continent there. President Bio don't make now every Sierra Leonean don't trust the court system. Even the opposition, then guarantee the court system, then trust the court system. Now that mean anything where they happy now, when they see opposition them, APC they the wrong one at the court. SLP not been go na APC court because anytime we been go there, they go one tie we down for create problem for we. Now that mean when they solve your problem to safe. But APC then guarantee Madam Bio in court so much so that any half thing in the wrong body. Very recently, when one dissatisfied APC member, where they call Mr. Gondo, where he go sue APC in a court because they don't do bad things, they don't follow democratic principles inside the election. The court puts injunction. The same APC where they fed itself, then come again. The court give them where they argue well. They say they need for go do the convention. The court give them the right, then go do the convention. APC begin dance. Nobody no go do that in an Eskruma APC the court. No. Inside the judiciary, President Bio don't succeed in such a way that the opposition, the current, the former chairman, Minkailu Mansari, he don't win case against government in that court. The former Secretary General, Usman Fode Yansane, he don't win case against the government in that court. Diana Konomani, when are the current chairman of APC na the Eastern region, regional chairman, they don't win case in that court. Sylvia Blyden, they don't win case in that court. Alpha Khan, they don't win case in that court. Kemos say, we cause President Bio, they go na cyber crime, they don't win that case in that court. Imagine the leader of parliament for the minority opposition, when an APC, the leader of parliament, Cherno Majuba, what they call Cherry Coco, they don't win case against President Bio in Pekin, Junior Bio, inside that court. So you see how the reason why even the opposition they trust the court, if they not been trust the court, where President Bio don't make very much I call them transparent and accountable, they're not for good. At all, they're not forever good. But Yunkela, APC one pull out of parliament, they want disgrace her, then go to a court for removal. If President Bio na person will interfere, if na orders from above, that's an end. If we don't join them for draft Yunkela, but he left the court for let the court do the job for themselves. Yunkela commodity with victory, with dance, with celebration. They praise the court. I heard yesterday, the Secretary General of the APC, the interim Secretary General, where in name Abdukago, Honorable Abdukago, I read it, but told the court. He said, they believe in the court. He said, they believe in the court of Sierra Leone. They believe the judiciary system. They know say they will get justice. So for let an opposition members them, then they on records, then they go all over, then they celebrate the judiciary system of Sierra Leone. That tells how President Bio don't build trust in the judiciary. The access where you don't give to justice, to Sierra Leoneans. And lastly, we've been going to the judiciary week where President Bio creates. President Bio go around the country and see people and then are jail, people and then are prison, where they're not supposed for the day. So man, APC be job put on it because they're not like them. As you begin the shake here now, APC to where you in a prison, they don't want to bring you court to where you case file now. Then people then President Bio constitute the judiciary team. They say they forget a judiciary week. We are in there for investigating cases and they let them review them. We find out say over 2,000 of we brothers and sisters where APC innocently, because of orders from above, where they been put in a jail, my brother, Sierra Leoneans. President Bio makes sure say they investigate and review their cases over 2,000 of their brothers and sisters. They don't pull them there like today. They been get family there some of them. Some they been they go school. Some they been they do land book. They want them for don't contribute to the human capital and the economy of that country. But they put them behind bars. Now we don't forget that judicial week. Over 2,000 of them, they free them because nothing they not been doing way back. Because now the orders from above APC been used for jail them. And then people in there,
Orders from above.
yes, and then people in there, my brother, they know what they go through. Now they no more go understand what happened with them and how they pleased with the justice system where President Bio don't make them accessible and don't empower people them. The justice they don't left them. How do they behave fair and free in that country? Now that make President Bio they win the MCC scorecard every year. Now that make let's say because of the transparency rate, first in history, in that country, Sierra Leone has them. For now we see the judicial system of Sierra Leone. Then they judge cases them. Then they put on a YouTube. Then they put on a national television. Then they put on a Facebook. For let the whole world see. You don't see how transparent and accountable President Bio don't make the judiciary don't be. When I don't see the trust where President Bio don't build in the judiciary system. For let opposition, they all they trust them. Because anybody, whether they judge them cases, then the commissions of inquiry, it put alive. Even the PR system, where APC will go with, we see them put alive. So if you don't believe waiting then talk to that court, international community then get their own lawyer them, they say they go watch and they review the judgment. If not lie, they go talk say, no, this government don't lie. But no, they're not going to pull on it because they go viral. You know, like today, case today, you don't know how the case they go. And also, Mr. Kaikai and Sierra Leoneans, because of the transparency and accountable governance system where President Bio don't bring in that country, the inclusiveness and the access where it don't make Sierra Leoneans, they don't get to free and fair justice in that country. 1 month back, World Bank don't give President Bio $100 million for support in transparency and accountable governance system where it is. Transparency means it make everything open. Accountability means it accountable to Sierra Leoneans. They tell them what they do, the job where they get, they explain to them, they update them on the progress of the job. So they don't get $100 million last month for let it continue for strengthening the transparency and accountable programs. And recently again, as recent as this week, an unknown international organization, they decide say, let President Bio not show their name. All right. Yes, they don't give, I think, over $40 million for support President Bio in national inclusiveness where it don't bring to that country. And the transparency. My brother, for let you understand how government they operate, now the opposition is for watch. If the judicial system, now from orders from above, I saw to my mama in this day, APC, they're not forever going to that country with their case. They're not forever going to. Therefore, they make peace for themselves among themselves. If they will not say this judiciary, now bad judiciary. But you see that they talk to the Secretary General, say they trust the judiciary, meaning President Bio don't do well. And if we continue in that trajectory, that order from above, it will die. Because if not before order from above, President Bio, Young Bobo, Junior Bio, to believe you me, they lost case to Sherry Poku. You go consider that say an Escobar Peking will lost case, now that could do it APC time. No.
Okay.
Yes. So I want people to understand, see, President Bio don't do well now the judiciary. If we give President Bio another chance, if we get another mandate, if they do more than what he don't do so, do ya? You when they don't review the judiciary, they don't pull you. It no matter which political party you did, they not be asking if you're APC or SLP. Over 2,000 for now, when they've been live out now. You don't register, go vote for Madam Bill. So that other people they were in a prison unlawfully, the judicial system will help them for let themselves get justice. Even you in an APC, even an APC member, they send it radio.
Well, I get approximately 10 minutes to 8 o'clock, and this Saturday edition, I did live with Gentle from the USA, and we discussed about the good works of the president, what the president don't do, what he continue for do, and of course the things that we could make you think about re-electing the president again, because Gentle, they're really taking time every Saturday. Make this your Saturday bulletin for the Listen to Universal Radio every Saturday, 7 to 8 o'clock. We're going to talk about what the president they do, plenty things in the way the president going to do. Maybe you don't understand, or maybe you don't know because you know the listen or they need to give you updates. But if you take this radio on a Saturday, I think you will get yourself updated from Gentle and in team we're based at the USA. For talk about President Julius Marabio and who work them and achievement them as the president and the ministers as well. Well, I come back to you, Gentle. Of course, we don't really get much time again. We'll try to wrap up now, but one thing we done the parade at the corridors of the social media, and this one we really need to see how we can able to rob more today. For now, we allay the people in fear, because after that bad politics where that person be expressed on the social media, right after that we see people come after him, and people come in so many numbers for debunk within this person in the say, whether not in connection to the free sanitary pad with the phone.
Hello. All right, so Mr. Kaikai and Swelunias, in relation to the sanitary pad, we first lady been the give them picking them every year and they continue for doing. And regarding also the young lady within a corner where APC they use for come out, for try for intimidate and for try for harass and try for lay claims them when a false claims them on the first lady, dangerous and demonic claims them, and for try for instigate parent them, and also try for instigate the picking them for let them go into unlawful conduct where it not go ever happen just because them political party when a APC they not get message for Sierra Leoneans them, they not get leadership, they not even know what's in the plan for people of Sierra Leone. Then they decide for do they can dangerous slander way against the hardworking first lady. I think say I don't want to let people they listen to that one day. I want to let people they know say that lady they maybe you know want to use partner in whole life. And thank God the first lady said don't talk, and B7 can go talk about her. And plenty Sierra Leoneans they don't talk as to waiting Naria part and high day. So that lady they APC just use them in vain. This don't just expose APC than that, they have to warn. They feel them. It monitor them because President Bio in West, they work very hard for make sure say he push the country go before through a husband in effort. And at this we want. And then thing and then legal structures and where Fatima don't make for let them build, for them picking them. They don't make them like today, people in a high places. Then they're in a prison. Currently, when they see Mohammed Kamarimba Mansari, they don't jail him for 32 years imprisonment. And that 15-year picking where Mohammed Kamarimba been abused. Until he been there to marry him, he said in jail him for 15 years. This not justice. Justice where President Bio they present, you know they watch color, you know they watch status. And Fatima Bio came for let them set a legal structure and set a rape case court in another country for fast track them abuse situation them when they abuse God picking a woman in another country. We don't make now that word we APC be bring against them, there's small people they call them Pekito. You know they again. So now that I want to let everybody know.
You know, we get a hitch along the lines here. Of course, but we don't come back. And of course, we'll try for speed up now because we did try for speed up, but we'll get the break down there. Gentle, sorry out there, but we don't get back online. And we'll try for wrap up now. Before finally you put down the curtain for today, I just want to let you deliberate a little about the distribution of the sanitary pad across the country by Her Excellency, the First Lady, Fatima Mada Jadid-Nio. And of course, rumors will go around on social media, how, we see a lot of people come up. But anyway, it's better they don't debunk so many of them, dirty politics will play around. But yeah, you go touch on that, and this will be your last submission for this Wednesday. And you go add your final farewell as you go put the curtain down after this one.
Just like how I just they say, I want Sierra Leoneans they understand, say, the job with President Bio in WEF, Dr. Fatima Biodi do is unprecedented in another country. We don't ever get a first lady that's Sierra Leone. We don't walk like Fatima Bio. Maybe we go get the one we go walk past her. But we don't one day get it, the one we don't walk like Fatima Bio. Fatima Bio, na young woman, na youthful person. He get the right for sit down as a housewife. He get the right for going down a house. A man they get chop money, he enjoy, he eat. But he decides, say, he go around for help salon picking them. And that sanitary pad, not a government money. That food program where they serve people there. That food basket where they pass with every year. Not to salon money. All right. Now the money they wait Fatima they take. So now that they don't do that one day, that woman, where they not where they use politics for deceive himself because I don't think say he don't ever use sanitary pad. Maybe one day see her in life. But I want to let them know, see, Fatima Bio, they do the right thing, and everybody don't cut the bunk and praise God. Me say we don't go out there. We don't talk about them. The difference is then nobody know where we put Sansan, na Fatima and Gary. Now a shame you go left with. Okay. I want to let Sierra Leoneans they know, see, the hospital say we Fatima the bill now with a force. We make an APC stalwart when a Sylvia Blighty, he said go give 100 bags cement for support Fatima. Could you imagine? For let APC they support that. This also say President Bio in West and in family, they all join hand for put their sweat and energy in making sure Sierra Leoneans them livelihood and the better one go be full. With all the important things there, I think say Sierra Leoneans they for watch and see say and make a decision for continue for support President Talk and Obio, for let continue for make that country, for let continue for make Salon proud, for let continue for make Sierra Leoneans them make sure say they rely on their own country and then trust the judiciary system and then systems them. Now President Bio say, when we vote them back, it affects hungry. Now hungry, it can't fit. President Bio they wage war for hungry. That hunger, it wage war on them. Now that means it bring agricultural revolution. It go in a bush for make sure say we fix that hunger and we begin export rest and make food for ourselves and begin feed ourselves. It go do them. We don't test them, it don't do them in the human capital and other side them. And it will continue for do them if we care another mandate. Do ya, let we vote for them. So that it will beat anybody who stand them. It will beat the fish ball. Me na gentle, the political hot goes. And me, na the PRO for SLPP, North America region. I tell you, thank you for una listen. Sierra Leoneans them will continue for every Saturday in a Universal Radio. And I also continue for tell Universal Radio plenty thank you for giving me the airwave from North America region as the PRO for North America for sensitize people and tell them who don't present you, what they do and what they do for we and why we for rely on them and vote them back for become the next president again for continue for make Salon sexy and attractive. Una thank you, Mr. Kaikai. Mr. Joseph Paris at 8.
Well, finally, you go. How prepared? How are you prepare for Camden Civilian for the June 24 multi-tier election?
In fact, one of North America region, SLPP North America region preparation right now. La Tela announced this to Sierra Leoneans them. We last program when our regional convention on the 10th, 11th, and 12th inside Philadelphia. Every Sierra Leone in America, they get a day. Not only SLPP members, they get a day in Philadelphia. Now a big time program where they ready for put ideas together. We put two strategies together for go for the development and presentation June 24. Now so we the plan for do not America, now so the organizer we well organized. Me as the regional PRO, we did all over the place. And I can announce and now say anybody who say you need for come. And guess what? Sidi Yaya, Sidi Tunis, Mohammed Sidi Tunis, when are the ECOWAS Parliament speaker, when I've been the former leader of government business, National Parliament, now Inge for be the keynote speaker for that program. Now big time program. Entire America, anybody where they want to go now Philadelphia. After all they did, now they will present, we put ideas together, we put yourself together, we put everything where they put together for go run down Africa for support President Bio in re-election. And we did do a man, President Bio will beat anybody who stand against a like fishball. Paupa, Salon go better, not up a hype.
All right, so no runoff, right? Still no runoff.
No runoff, no toll gates. No blockade, no toll gate, no runoff. Nothing. We not President Bio get for beat massively. He get for get percentage where nobody don't want to get it in the history of Sierra Leone election. And they talk out categorically mean agenda. But now they go happen if every Sierra Leone then join hand for vote for President Bio, for let push that idea go before. And I'm not saying Sierra Leone as they do it because they all don't see the good job President Bio don't begin to do. And if we continue and let a yappy the Sifman the something, get them. Mami cause bomba they let them not can destroy the moral fabrics and the political facets of that country. Let them not destroy our institutions with politics and thievery. We not vote for President Bio. I mean, I just wanna bye bye.
Okay. All right. Family, they listen to Universal Radio. Always on Saturday, you get opportunity for listening to this radio because we get so many good things for let you know the good works of the president, the achievements of the president. And this one, they meet you every Saturday by kind courtesy of the Hot Goose Network, we're based in the USA. Gentle, the political...
Me not gentle. The political hot goose. You sit up on me, you dey fry. I for dump you, you dey nyaka nyaka.
Yo, they be tell you say you not go the police first. Once you don't show them say now you get this game on. Yo, they be tell you say you not go ever travel. But you don't take we up to higher level.
Oh, mommy, not make you face sour. Come listen to the SLPP Hour 2023. This program, they bring the power back to power. Tune in to Universal Radio at home and abroad through the internet and join the conversation with the media gurus, Gentle Patrick Madakroma, aka the political hot goose, PRO SLPP North America, and Abigail Chromatine, Young Generation SLPP North America region. Come listen and learn some lesson. Give me 1 hour per your time every Saturday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. na Salon, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time USA, from 2 p.m. 3 p.m. Central Time USA. Come make we talk about the good work of the president. Good quality education, sustainable light, leadership style, infrastructure for make Salon look lovely, sexy and attractive. Pump up the volume of your radio and listen to the SLPP Hour with Gentle and Abigail from USA live on Universal Radio. This and every Saturday. Stay tuned from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. na Salon. From 2018 to 2023, it's back to back. Talk and do after you na you. New direction, no distraction. On your radio is the SLPP Hour, proudly sponsored by the Hot Goose Network, United States of America, every Saturday on Universal Radio.
Now business woman, then they jump and dance and clap.
Hot Goose Network TV.